Good day again from lovely Glengarry County. I'm Fred Cappuccino, and today's embarrassing story is from Chapter 2 of the book Bonnie and Her 21 Children. One morning, when the two of us were eating in the kitchen, before the era of children, Bonnie and I had a disagreement. I guess I had done something stupid, as is my wont, and she was upset. I don't recall the specific issue, but she went on and on about it as is her wont. She just wouldn't let go of it. And I was getting tired of her ranting. I said, "If you don't shut up, I'll squirt you with the whipped cream." Big mistake. In a flash, she grabbed the canister and squirted me. Floop! Well, I wasn't going to put up with that. I ponderously rose from my chair to snatch the weapon from her and pay her back in kind. She got up too, and backing away, kept squirting. Floop, floop, wickedly laughing as each floop reached its target. Finally, she was against the wall, and after a struggle, both of us sliding to the floor, I wrested the canister from her. Slowly, with great relish, I took aim. Nothing happened. The canister was spent. She was so convulsed in laughter, I thought she was having a heart attack. She has been getting the better of me ever since. End of quote. Now, on July 16th, this year, 2016, that's how you can remember, July 16th, is an important day if you're in Ottawa. At 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday, July 16th, we're going to invade Chapters bookstore for a signing of the prestigious book Bonnie and Her 21 Children. If we sell 10 copies, Chapter will stock the book. We'd love to see you there. If you already have the book, you can buy a copy for somebody you don't like. It's the Chapters on Ogilvie near Blair in Ottawa's East End. That was the commercial. Now back to the program. Here's another quite different true story from our Child Haven newsletter. It happened at the Child Haven Children's Home in Hyderabad, India. It's a gripping life and death narrative. Chandra Leela, a very curious child, was 7 at the time. She had been brought to Child Haven 2 years earlier. Also in the story is Sidhu, age 15, who had been at Child Haven for about 7 years. He was in 10th grade. At 7 o'clock one morning, some people want to water the garden, so they take the heavy cement lid off the water system, which is a concrete underground tank as big as a room. The top of it is level with the ground. The water down below is 10 feet deep. Chandra Leela is a very curious child. She goes over to the tank and looks down at the water. She sees her reflection. She puts her hands out to see their reflection. She bends over, loses her balance, and falls in. Splash. Her 5-year-old friend Poochie screams for help. Sidhu, the 15-year-old, is eating breakfast in the building nearby. He runs out, and after Poochie explains what happened, he jumps into the cistern. At first he can't find her. Then he grabs an arm and pulls Chandra Leela to the top. Other kids lift her out of the water and carry her inside to the nurse, Prajula. Nurse Prajula makes her warm and tries to get the water out of her stomach. After about 15 minutes, Chandra Leela feels well enough to get up. She is okay. Sidhu saved her life. 10 days later, 7 o'clock in the evening, it's raining. After finishing supper, Chandralila wants to see the rainstorm. She is a very curious child. She goes to an upstairs room and goes to the window to look out. There are metal bars to keep kids from falling out. Chandralila puts her hands on the bars and looks out at the wind and the rain. The house mother, Parvatama, is trying to fix the electric light. Because of the rainstorm outside, the wind blows the wire around inside. It touches the grate and sticks there. Sparks are flying and Chandralila is screaming. Parvatama yells, "Let go of the bars!" But Chandralila can't let go because her hand is stuck to them. Downstairs, Sidhu hears the commotion and runs and pulls down the main switch, turning off all the electricity in the house, so the whole building is dark. He saved Chandralila's life a second time. The next time Bani went to Hyderabad, she asked, "Well, Chandralila, what do you think about Sidhu?" Chandralila said, "Oh, I like to stay close to him. I am very happy about him, and any time I get into trouble, he will come and rescue me." End of quote. I'm not sure how many people know that I was a professional musician for 11 years. I was a remotivation therapist for 100 chronic care patients at a Catholic hospital in Cornwall, and I found out the best way to reach them was music. I used to gather half a dozen older ladies for a cup of tea and some music. I sang all the old songs and the old hymns, and they sang with me if they knew. One woman didn't remember that she had 3 sons who came to visit her often, but she could sing several stanzas of the various hymns we sang. Anyhow, one day I was singing my heart out. I think the song was "Beautiful Dreamer." In the middle of my song, one dear soul shouted, "Will someone please let that cat out?" My musical career deteriorated somewhat from there. Anyhow, here is my lovely rendering of "Beautiful Dreamer," and this part isn't in the book. Beautiful dreamer, beautiful dreamer, wake unto me. Starlight and dewdrops are waiting for thee. Sounds of the rude world awaken the day. Lulled by the moonlight have all passed away. Beautiful dreamer, queen of my song, list while I woo thee with soft melody. Gone are the cares of life's busy throng. Beautiful dreamer, awake unto me. Beautiful dreamer, awake unto me. Thank you. See you next time.